In life, we all go through moments where things don't go as planned. We all face uncertainty, disappointment, setbacks, heartbreaks, and at times an overwhelming sense of frustration. It's natural. It's part of being human. And yet, how often do we find ourselves trapped in this endless loop of complaining, blaming situations, blaming others, blaming destiny, even blaming ourselves? It's like this little voice in our head that whispers, "Why me? Why is this happening to me? Why can't things just go the way I want them to?" And before we know it, this voice grows louder and louder until it drowns out everything else. Our creativity, our potential, our peace, our purpose. I've been there, truly. There have been phases in my life where things didn't make sense, where I felt lost, where the world's expectations and my own felt like a mountain I couldn't possibly climb. When I struggled with my mental health, when I battled depression, I realized something very profound. No matter how much you complain, no matter how many people you tell your story to, no matter how loud your frustration is, the situation itself does not change. Think about it. Does complaining ever fix the problem? Does worrying over what is unfair or undeserved or inconvenient ever make the difficulty go away? No. All it does is rob you of your energy, your focus, your spirit. And I want to gently but firmly remind you of this simple truth. What you focus on grows. If you focus on what's wrong, what's broken, what you lack, you will see more of that. But if you focus on possibility, on action, on effort, on faith, you start to create a completely different reality. I don't say this as some empty motivational quote. I say this because I've lived it. When I chose to stop focusing on why did this happen to me and instead asked, what can I do with this? How can this make me stronger, wiser, kinder? Something inside me shifted. I reclaimed my power. You see, complaining keeps you a victim. It keeps you waiting for someone or something else to change. But when you shift your attention to action, you become the creator of your life. You become the writer of your story. You move from weakness to strength, from confusion to clarity. So the next time you find yourself complaining about work, about relationships, about life, I want you to pause, breathe, and gently ask yourself, is this helping me move forward? Or is this keeping me stuck? Because complaining feels comforting in the moment. It feels like release, like you're letting something out. But what it's really doing is keeping your mind chained to the very thing you want to be free from. When I was building my career, I faced criticism, I faced rejection, I faced people telling me what I could and couldn't do. There were moments when I could have complained, when I could have said, why is this so unfair? Why are they judging me before they even know me? Why is the industry like this? But instead, I chose focus on growth, focus on improving, focus on becoming the best version of myself. Not because I wanted to silence others, but because I wanted to respect my own journey, my own worth. And it wasn't easy, let me tell you that. Nothing meaningful ever is. But in those moments, when you stop wasting energy on complaining and instead pour that energy into focus, that's when the magic happens. That's when your life changes. And the truth is, no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, you always have a choice. A choice to stay small, trapped in blame and frustration, or rise above and focus on what you can control. I also want to say this. Focusing does not mean you become cold or detached or pretend that things don't hurt. Not at all. You are human. Feel your feelings. Cry if you must, acknowledge your pain, but don't live there. Don't set up camp in your suffering. Use those moments as fuel, as teachers, as reminders of your strength. Sometimes when life tests you, it's not to break you, it's to reveal to you the power you didn't know you had. But you will never discover that power if you spend your days complaining. You discover it only when you focus. Made everything else small in comparison. So ask yourself, what am I focusing on? Is it fear, doubt, what's wrong? Or is it possibility, purpose, what could be right? Every day, life gives you this choice: complaining or focusing, victim or creator, lost or purposeful. You get to choose every single day. And here's something else I've learned. When you focus, truly focus, the world starts to respond. Opportunities come, clarity comes, energy comes. It's like the universe says, you're ready now. But when you complain, when you waste your focus, life gives you more reasons to feel stuck. Because energy flows where attention goes. Think about the greatest people in history, the ones who changed the world. They didn't sit around complaining, they acted. They focused, they moved, even when they were afraid, even when they were uncertain, even when the odds were against them. And you, sitting here, listening to me now, you have that same power within you. Yes, you. Don't let your mind tell you that your problems are bigger than your strength. They are not. Your strength is infinite. But only if you stop feeding your fears and start feeding your focus. I want to gently challenge you, starting today, to go 24 hours without complaining, not even once. Every time you catch yourself about to complain, about traffic, about the weather, about people, pause. Smile, breathe, and choose focus instead. Ask, what can I do? How can I respond differently? How can I make this better? You'll be amazed at how this one small habit can change your entire life. Because when you stop complaining, you start noticing the good, the beauty, the possibility, the growth. You see life for what it is, not perfect but precious, not easy but meaningful. And you also start seeing yourself differently, as someone who is capable, powerful, in control. You stop waiting for life to get easier, and you start getting stronger. Remember, every time you complain, you give your power away. But every time you focus, you take your power back. And that power is what will carry you through every challenge, every storm, every test. There will always be things that are unfair. People who disappoint, moments that hurt. That's life. But your response to life, your focus, that is your choice. And that choice determines everything. I want you to walk away from this moment remembering this. You are stronger than your circumstances, bigger than your problems, greater than you build courage, you build grace, and you inspire others to do the same. You become a light, not just for yourself, but for everyone who crosses your path. So the next time you feel like complaining, stop, smile, and remind yourself, I choose focus, I choose strength, I choose to move forward. This is your life. Don't waste it in worry and blame. Live it, own it, shape it with focus, with intention, with love. And slowly, beautifully, patiently, your life will become a reflection of your focus. Not your fears, not your complaints,